What's up, everybody? Big D coming at you with with a very special show. We're gonna showcase a very special cigar tonight. Well, actually, two cigars tonight, and of course, you're all gonna get the exclusive first look at this cigar. So consider yourself lucky and special because I do. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, help out the channel. Your comments help, all your likes helps the analytics, gets the channel out there to more people, and the more people we get out there, the more you're helping the channel out, and the more great stuff I can continue to do and bring to you. Also, pinned in the comment section, I have, and also down in the descriptions, my link tree. Go support my advertiser sponsors and preferred retail partners. They really do help continue to keep a lot of the programming going on the show, and your support goes a long way. So whether you're looking for accessories, you're looking for delicious treats of the mouth hole, I got you covered. Use the exclusive promo codes that are only available to my viewers out there to save yourself some coinage. Because I'm a man of the people. I'm here for you, the people. I'm excited to get this lit up, and we have got our guests on tonight. We've got the Cigar Clowns. They have their brand new drop, the Pagliacci, 2 different blends right here. So without further ado, let's bring on everybody's favorite clown, Raymond Kane, and that other guy out there, Joe Cassara.
What's up?
What's going on, guys?
Pleasure to be
How
on,
you all
bro.
doing?
Over here.
He's back.
He's back. He's there. Good to see you all.
Yeah, good to see you.
And the orders are already starting to come in. Chris, he got his order. He can't wait to smoke. Well, Chris, you're missing out. You're gonna have to watch me enjoy this tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's
go. What's up?
Well, I'll hand it off to you guys to explain the blends on this, and then I will pick one of them to smoke as you're talking about it. We'll see which one my palate feels like going with tonight.
I know who's going to pick.
All right. Well, I will talk about my favorite first, and then I'll let Ray talk about the other one. I don't know if it's his favorite, but it's not my favorite. No, they're both my favorite. So Pagliacci's, I am smoking the Viola. This is the purple. Yes, that one right there. It is a San Andreas Claro wrapper. It has Nicaraguan binder and filler. It is a very royal smoke. It's very creamy. It's just, it hits, man. It hits me all day long. I can have this with a cup of coffee. I can have this in the middle of the day. I can have it at night as my last cigar. It's just a throwback to the Cigar Clowns. 6x54 box press. Yes, sir. It's just a great smoke, man. I don't know. Get your drill bucket ready, and for an $8 MSRP, you cannot go wrong, my man. Right?
Elite Tobacco Boutique pedigree, right?
That's right.
So for this one, I'm smoking the Azori, which is our blue. You can see it in the back. This has the Escoro wrapper. San Andreas, the darker.
That's right.
San Andreas, yes. A little bit on the darker side, same binder and filler, same exact specs as the Viola, but a different smoking experience, right? A little bit of a different smoking experience. Got the darker, grittier wrapper on it, kind of brings you on that. But then you look at the Viola like, well, this looks interesting too. But they're 2 different cigars. They're 2 different wrappers, and both wrappers add a distinct just personality to both cigars. That's the best way I can describe it.
Correct.
And like Joe said, for an $8 MSRP, putting this to market, and, like I said, we try to bring that elite tobacco with that blue collar pedigree, and this is something that we kind of we focus around how where we grew up in the neighborhood, and that's kind of we have came up with the whole concept of the whole the series along with the bands and the artwork behind it, and it's it's a fun experience. We're looking forward to people's feedback on this, and we really think we're going to enjoy it.
Dan, I think with your refined palate, you should smoke both of them at the same time, so you can understand why we released both of these cigars instead of just one of them, which was the original plan. We weren't sure which wrapper we wanted to go with, and then what we did is we did a special drop with the OGT Society. Shout out to the society, and it was like 49-51 percentage wise when they voted. So we had to bring both cigars out at the same time. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you said Oscuro, and I think people who have been watching me for a long time know that Oscuro is my side chick. She's the one that, hey, my regular girl knows when Oscuro sends me that "you up" text, I gotta go. She's fine with it. It's just one of those things. Okay. Well, I will smoke both, and we'll see here what we will see here what we get.
So we could possibly have the first double drool bucket worthy smoke sesh.
Yes,
possible.
Possibly the first time.
It's not guaranteed.
I'm just trying to be positive. That's all.
Hey, listen.
Trying to be positive.
That's it. I'm positive too, but
I want to be a trendsetter.
Yeah, man.
Let's
go. I am excited to see this. See, folks, this is what we do: lighting 2 cigars, 3 cigars at once.
If you kind of saw the promo for this interview and you saw the picture of Joe, that was myself and Joe doing a test there with 5 different five of the same blend with 5 different wrappers.
Yeah,
that was fun.
When you hone it in. They even get different, different smells off the, it's different smoke.
Right. Listen, Danny's no virgin. Danny's no virgin to Cigar Clown's testing of cigars. He's a veteran of this shit.
That is correct. If you go back on our old YouTube channel, you can see Danny part of the Taste Test Tuesdays.
And no bullshit. This is the truth. This is the first time that Danny is smoking both of these cigars.
Yes, this is. I've not smoked these.
That's a disclaimer.
They've been sitting there.
So his opinion is a live reaction. If it sucks, he's going to tell us live on the air. Like, guys, this was the one that no, it's no good. Or it's going to be it's Drew Bucker worthy. We'll see.
Or it's
fun doing live. Or it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. This is we're all about the honest and reviews, and we trust Danny as a long time palate friend of ours.
Okay.
There's a lot of dragon clouds on that stick.
That's how you know it's a certified. That's how you know it's a certified Cigar Clown stick.
Facts.
If you don't get the dragon clouds when you're puffing on it, it's not a real Cigar Clown stick.
That's a fact. There are some Fugazis out there. Let's go.
Okay. I get
getting different, very different, but very
okay. So the San Andreas on there.
Which one is that? The blue?
So the San Andreas is definitely got the creamier aspect to it. The Oscuro is more on the drier side of the smoke, and the peppers and spices are definitely more prevalent off of the front, off the bat. Okay, that's what I'll tell you off of the first puff.
Look at that!
He's going double. He's going hard. It's
double dog right there.
Did you really expect anything less? Come on!
Wow, that's a
lot going on.
There's a lot going.
There's a lot going. Now there's a lot going. I shouldn't have done that.
There's a lot going.
That is way too much. That's way too much going up on the palate.
You might need
I
a
figured I'd touch the
saltine.
I feel as a
saltine
suggestion.
cracker.
I feel Joe. I think he's got to pick one, go through the first third, place it down. Pick up the other one, smoke it through the first third.
All right, so I'm
and then put it down.
going to.
You do whatever you want, brother. It's your show.
You do whatever you want.
just-
I'm just making a suggestion.
I'm gonna puff on the San Andreas here just a little bit here. I want to see
Now-
how this works out.
Fun
So
fact,
this
they're
really-
both San Andreas.
So this is kind of your first official drop in about a year or so since you dropped Sputnik.
Well, yeah, we had the Festivus in between.
Yeah, that's that. I don't count that as that's.
I get what he's saying.
that's
That's
a
our
seasonal-
yearly release. Yeah, it's a seasonal release. This is our first official release since we've dropped the best news. Correct.
Yeah. So this is a core line product, and we went for I hate to say budget stick because it's a premium cigar at a budget price. We really worked on this to get the price down. From the packaging itself. If you see, we went 5 count. Those cardboard style boxes. Keep the price down. We don't need to spend $15 on a box for a budget stick. Our consumers would rather save the 50 cents a cigar, and the boxes are nice.
I like the cardboard box fivers. I like it. Even if you didn't go with the boxes and you just went butcher paper, I like that too.
Yes.
I don't need a box.
Correct.
It takes up too much space. This fits perfectly in it slides right. I like
Slides right in.
I do. I like the 5-packs.
Yep. And we have nice display boxes for the retailers. They'll be coming in this week. They got a little delayed, of course, like everything else. Yeah, man, it's just a fun project. I always say it's fun because if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing this anymore, right? Because there's no money in fucking cigars. You got to have fun, and if you're having fun, good things come to you.
Yes,
that's it. It's got nice white ash. How you doing? That's a nice white ash.
I gotta get some ventilation going in here now.
he smoked himself out.
You hit that thing. It looked like a road flare with the bolt of them, with the smoke output that was coming off of those things. Let's put the Pagliaccis on the side of the road. God forbid you're in the jam. It's a fucking flare.
Even the dog's going. Yeah, you gotta crack the door open. You gotta crack that door. It's a little much in it. All right. I like what I get off of that. Off of those first few puffs out of the San Andreas. Now I'm moving over to the Oscuro.
Like I was saying earlier, like you smoke, like we've gone back and forth. Like there are times I'm like, wow, like the Viola is like my shit. And I was telling Joe, like, oh, and then I'll go back to the Azori, and I'm like, like it's just a change of pace from going back and forth. It keeps it fresh. Like getting both of the cigars on the line, especially for where the price point is at on these. I mean, you'd be out of your mind to skip out on this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it was such a good fun project to do. It's such a great cigar, and it's something that we're proud to add to our repertoire and add to our core series that we have.
Well, I mean, $40 for a fiver. Come on,
right? $39.99.
$39.99.
We gotta keep it under 40.
We're going to start doing on Saturday nights, Saturday to Sunday mornings. We're going to do the infomercials like back in the 90s. Remember the infomercials for $39.99? And you back now.
That's right.
You'll get a free Cigar Clowns later.
4 easy payments.
That's right.
4 easy payments, yes. But wait, there's more.
There's more. If you buy 10 of each, we'll throw in a display box.
It's either you. Oh wait, so for me, growing up, it was either you were waking up to the knife show in the middle of the night, a commercial like that with the infomercial, or you'd be waking up to sounds of the '90s, and it'd be like Kenny G and or Mariah Carey ballads to get those CD things. So, dude, bad funny. That just brought me back to a. Okay.
How do you like the retro on that? The Azori.
They're both very nice. So one is sweet and spicy, and the other one is salty and spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I've picked up from the two on the retro.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I like both. I like the sweet. I like the sweet and spicy, and I like the salty spicy. I like both. I like both of those combinations. Like they're nice. They're not overwhelming. There is that initial punch right at the beginning of the retro on both of them. But the sweet and spicy that sweetness kind of really tames out the rest. The salty and spicy remains with that nice little bit of punchiness all the way through on the retro. So I like both retros. God dang, the Scroll's already getting the is already getting the mouth watery.
Well,
all right, we're switching back now.
yeah. So the other one's going to dry the mouth out because it has that Merlot effect
Mm-hmm.
on the in my opinion anyway, on the
See the
Viola.
infomercial's a classic. I agree.
See the infomercials. That's hysterical.
So
What's up, John
funny.
John?
Yeah, we're always trying to get into that, top 3 range on your end of the year list. So I mean, 2 installments. We wanted to make it just a little challenging for you this year.
Well, back in the day when you guys were doing, 5 or 6 drops out there, you made it your goal that you wanted every cigar you dropped for the year to be in the top 10. You wanted it to be
Agreed.
nothing but a calm top 10.
Correct.
You managed one year to get four on,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a very high standard out there when it comes to
No shit, dude. I know.
We're blessed, man. We're blessed.
Yeah.
and and then this year for Half Wheel to make me one of the 25 media and content creators that they pulled to make their ultimate 2025 cigar list. Now I'm honored. Now I'm like, now
well
I feel like I
deserved.
made it big time.
Hard work gets you to where you need to be at, bro. It's congratulations. You get your flowers and you deserve them.
So now, when you walk into PCA next week, because when we're filming this a week before PCA, did the trumpets blare when you walk in?
Oh God, no! I am a nobody out there compared to a lot of those people. Now, in the boutique and small brand world, yes, I'm that I'm that guy. But for
that's the only world we know.
Nobody else.
That's the only world we know. That's it, man. We are the world of what's up, Zach? The boutique and small brands. That's what we love. That's what we smoke. That's what we talk to.
So what I like about the San Andreas and with that creaminess is that it really has this like hand churned butter creaminess to it.
Okay.
And I appreciate that.
Your palate appreciates it more.
Oh, it does. My palate, for sure. Yes, my palate appreciates that. And as you said, with that Oscuro, it is a drier smoke, and you do have like that Merlot effect to it, where it's like a dry wine out there, and you have that components, especially with the sweetness that sweetness that's coming from that Oscuro side. I am not cigar royalty.
Some you are.
Well, Jack, you gonna be in New Orleans in a couple days?
Jack will be in New Orleans, yes, sir.
All right. Yeah,
Jack
I will
be there.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, all right. Good. I will I will see him roaming around out there. Of course, if any of you are going to be down there, I'll be down there. I'm bringing Brandy with me, so y'all you'll see us roaming around because the only way I could get some of these interviews was to have a pretty woman with me.
Lucky guy. Lucky guy.
No, fair enough.
So, and then you're quiet tonight.
He's in the zone, though.
I'm in the zone. You wanted the to go.
I know it. I know it.
All right.
I know it.
So I'm working, on that. Okay. So
He's going back to the score. I'm just
now I'm
saying.
going back to this girl here.
I see it.
Very
I
quickly,
see it.
much quicker than he went to the Viola. I'm just pointing that out
Hey,
for those who are playing the home game. If you have your cards in your home game and you're taking notes, these are things that you got to pay attention to.
Hey, I'm blowing through my fucking viola. As usual, I'm a fast smoker.
See, Rob changes too. Now it's his two favorite cigar clowns. It's not just you anymore, Joe. See, Rob's come to the dark side.
That's it. I can't see Dan.
Love
It's
you,
too much
Rob.
smoke. Dan, you need to. Oh, I see it again. I see him. I see. Feels like the heartbreaker. Let's go, Zach. That's right. How do you like the little bit of the band closing? You see a little cigar clown action on the back of it. Little
Classy.
Classy. Thank you.
This
You
is
say classy San Diego.
This is blue collar. The bandage is blue collared fancy.
That's what we went
it's
with.
not overdoing it where you're like, boy, this must be an exclusive, $30 cigar with the you went with it. It's like it's simple, it's blue collared fancy. Like this is what blue collar guys see and go, yeah, I see it. Kind of like when you go look at you go to a museum and you see a naked woman on a painting and it's like, that's kind of classy, a drunk naked chick.
That's right. That's right. I like that you get who we're marketing to, man. We are blue collar guys.
I fucking love it.
This is blue collar fancy right here. I think we
It's
should
a cool
start using. We gotta start using blue collar fancy.
Yeah. It's a cool
blue collar bougie.
It was a cool project for us. Like, we through our entire existence have at least a couple of times in the line have tried to showcase where we come and what we represent, right? Like, there's a couple of cigars for those who don't know, like the ABB early on when we first started was, the homage towards Sleepy Hollow and, the recession with the Ringling Brothers, kind of style to it. We always want to maintain that New York nostalgia, representing any part of the 5 hours. Doesn't have to be Brooklyn, right? Because, we have a culture here, right? A New York culture. And, kind of showcasing, what we were, where we come from, our Italian heritage, the neighborhood that we grew up in. If you look at the posting for it and the promotional aspect of it, we got a guy. There's always a guy in the neighborhood who's always got the exclusive to who knows somebody who can get something for you type of deal, kind of just maintaining that, again, kind of showing the heritage of, where we come up and with the signature series and naming it, they basically Cigar Clowns in Italian, which is Pagliacci di Cigari, which is Cigar Clowns in Italian. And, using the colors, the Azordi and the Viola, which is, we figured put a classy touch to it besides, coming up with the band concept behind it and then closing it up with the Cigar Clowns. We want to showcase this cigar as a powerhouse in our line. And it's going to be, part of it's like our elite signature series. It's like our kiss to the industry, let's say, as far as, putting out something, in our core line that people can gravitate to. It's at a great price. That's why we keep, putting out this, the phrase of the elite tobacco and the blue collar pedigree. Because again, like you just said, blue collar fancy. That's kind of what we are. That's what we represent. That's who we are. And we love that about us. And that's, we stay true to who we are at the end of the day.
Might have missed something.
Yeah, they're going after Aldi.
Oh, my boy Aldi. My boy Aldi.
They're going after him.
I mean, that looks pretty fucking good to me.
Yes. All right. There you go, people.
I'm gonna need to get a second cigar soon too.
It's more like a jug.
I'm pushing more towards the retro on the San Andreas right now. As we're just starting out. Again, we're still in this first third here, so but I'm pushing I'm pushing towards the retro on that. on the palate, it's a toss up right now. There's a lot going on that I like about both of them, and so I'm trying to sort through it to figure that out. But they're both very good cigars.
Appreciate that, man.
They're both very good.
Sorry, I put you on the spot to make you smoke both of them. But
as you saw how hard you twisted my arm to do it too.
Yeah, it's the right experience, man. When you're doing it, it's just to see just the slight differences of how the wrapper really plays a big role in the flavor of the cigar, right?
Oh, I can. Yeah, they're two totally different cigars on the palate. I can tell everybody that right now. They're two totally different cigars. The flavor profile on both of them is completely different.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's completely different. So, yeah. Now with the Oscuro, that earthy, woody profile is very, very pronounced, and the cedar I'm picking up almost has that fresh cut cedar, not like just cedar planks, but like fresh cut cedar. I'm not so much picking up a whole lot of wood off of the San Andreas. This though, the creamy factor on it just kind of really sets the tone for the palate. And then you get hit with just that blast of flavor. But as of now, the retro on the San Andreas, I think, is just a little bit better.
We should play some original music in the background while you're smoking.
Elevator music.
A little elevator music.
Sure.
I know. I can call the dog in here. We can get him to bark.
Well, we got Joe's dog. It'll be real fucking real fast.
Yeah, I can call my dog, and you guys can all watch him attack me while I go through my humidor. You know, whether it's or try to light a cigar in front of him. He doesn't like me smoking. He doesn't like me smoking.
You put the man up to the challenge.
The dog loves just to sit next to me while I smoke. He just sits next to me, and he just like he's cool with it. Although there's so much smoke coming off of both of these cigars that he's like, you got to crack the door. And then he went outside. It's like a little too much for him.
Oh yeah, you're definitely smoking them out, doing two cigars at once.
Well, Tony, tonight I'm going over the official release of the Pagliacci, which is the brand new cigar from the Clowns here, which they just started shipping out if you did pre-orders on them or not. So you can pick them up on it. Two blends, one a San Andreas and a San Andreas wrapper with the Nicaraguan binder filler, and one a San Andreas Oscuro with Nicaraguan binder and filler. Binder and filler on both cigars are the same. It's just a different wrapper on both of them. And I'm smoking both of them tonight. And I'm trying to figure out both the cigars and where they fit in. And both are very good, very fantastic cigars.
Only he left out that it's a $8 MSRP cigar.
Oh yes, and $8.
Sorry, had to put that in there.
Oh yeah, put that out there. $8.
Had to put that out there.
Appreciate that,
MSRP. Yeah, man. It's let's face it, we're kind of in a recession or like a mini depression right now. The cigar industry is going through some rough times, man. And our consumers are going through some rough times. So we wanted to make a great cigar at a great price point. And we worked on it very hard. for a
You guys
while.
always work hard on your blends. Like that.
Thank you, buddy.
That's one thing I always kind of drop out to everybody is it doesn't matter. The blends. Look, the blends speak for themselves and they stand on their own. And on top of that, and you guys said very early on to just trust our palates. We'll deliver bangers, and that's
That's
all
right.
you've done is deliver banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. And you've been with us a long time when we were just doing drops, and now
Mhm.
now we're going after shelf space in retail
Mhm.
shops. We want to be a fixture on the shelf, and we want to grow our facings, and grow our fams, our family. You know what I mean? Because us the people who smoke our cigars are our family, so we want to grow with them. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, for an $8 cigar that smokes like a $30 cigar, that tastes like a $50 cigar. I mean,
My man,
I
you
mean,
my
have
man,
you've got that narrowed down out there.
my man.
go around and show me how many $8 cigars are smoking like that.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. Thank you, brother.
You
Thank
know,
you.
you know uh with Sheffield coming on with you guys on that. I want to just a little touch on that just a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Are you guys working on another collaboration like with the Goldie with them that
Y-
we can be expecting?
Yeah, so we're gonna get a lot of great cigars out, and it's probably not gonna be until late this year, early next year, because what we really had to do at first is focus on the branding for the Sheffield collection, right? So we all new boxes, all new bands. We really wanted to focus the brand, so when you see it in a shop, you gravitate towards it, right? So we created unbelievable packaging for the See, Hear, and Speak No Evil. We also consolidated the line, the sizes. They had a lot of different sizes. So right now we're just
Mhm.
going to market with one size right now. Uh, we're going to expand that probably fourth quarter or first quarter 2027. Um, they're the Freedom Fighter. We made a really nice box for, man. I mean, this thing's gonna really stand out in the shelves. Something different, a new style box. The company we used first time they're doing it, so we had a little bit of production issues with it, but they turned out perfectly. Happy to say, the colors are phenomenal. It really, and we tied the look of all the packaging back into the Sheffield collection. So across the board, you could tell it's Sheffield collection. So that's kind of where we were concentrating, and of course, we were making a ton of cigars for them.
Mhm.
For they really get start shipping to shops in the middle of May. The Sheffield collection. Some shops have had the Sheffield collection, but real boutique, real small family boutique brand. And Justin, as you know, makes unbelievable cigars, man.
Oh yeah,
He's an
just bangers.
unbelievable blender. Oh, and he has so many recipes in his pocket. So we've been going through them. Um, we're gonna probably bring back the Not Your Daddy's Connie, I think first, and then go from there. Go from there. There's gonna be a lot of great, and the Goldie universe is going to expand. You
Okay.
know, so there will be part of that line. Yeah, we have a lot of a lot of potential, man, a lot of potential, and with the Pagliacci's being a core line that we're going to be expanding as well. Bringing in different colors into the line. We'll say for right now, and just having fun with it, man. Just having fun with it.
So are you going to remove anything out to put the Pagliacci into the core line, or you guys? It's just going to be an expansion of the existing core line.
It's just an expansion into the
Okay.
core line. hmm It's just it's like a brand within a brand, the Pagliacci.
Sure.
You know, so we did put the logo on the back of it,
Mhm.
Cigar Clown logo back there. But other than that, if you look at the branding on it, it doesn't really scream, in your face Cigar Clowns. Which we're in the market, we're in shops, we talk to retailers, we talk to consumers. Did get a little bit of pushback over the years about the Cigar Clown, which is I get it. Some people are afraid of clowns. Some grown men are afraid of clowns. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them, but whatever. I can understand. So we did say, all feedback is good feedback if it's negative or positive, and we can move forward from it. And that's what we came up with the Pagliacci, man. Ray did a phenomenal job on the branding on this.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. The other thing I wanted to ask is, have you nixed throwing out those single run drops for the time being, or are they going to make a comeback at some point?
I can make a comeback. Might be sooner than we thought. We're working on it. We're working on it because you know what? We're still small enough where we can source like obscure tobacco, like Russian
Yes.
tobacco. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, we want to play with it. Yes, what you can smoke it. Let's see what the flavors are. Yes, let's do it. So we want to expand the palettes. We want people to be on this journey with us, right? We always say the journey. I know a lot of companies use the journey, but we love the journey, man. You
That
know,
was that. That was always one of my favorite things. Was out of the blue, here's a drop from the clowns. Like they had no clue it was even coming, and that's what I loved. It's like, oh crap, I have to get on and buy it. Got to get on it because if you if you think it'll be there in an hour, it won't be.
so yes, the only problem is it's getting harder to do those drops, right? As we grow as a company, because we can't leave everybody out, right? We can't
No,
just
Right.
say I'm giving this cigar to you and that's it.
but on the other hand, on that, I mean that's kind of why you kept the Clown Labs portion around for that kind of play around those single drop things instead of
Correct.
going, hey, you know what, we don't want to, alienate any of our retail partners. This is just something special we're doing on our side. You know,
Correct.
And it
Correct.
kind
so
of incorporates into everything else too. Like, even like what Joe was touching on, like, Goldie is built itself into our own brand. We can expand that universe, right? Inside our world, right? Even with our drops, right? Even with our stuff, even with limited stuff. And then, and you can expand on that. And so I feel like even with the Pagliacci, we can create a series just in Pagliacci alone, right? And that could be its own branding too. So it's kind of like, that I think that's kind of where we're at now as far as the brand is concerned, not shying away from where where our roots are. But I mean, obviously, we have our yearly drop, which we focus on, very hard through, moving through the course of, the quarters of the year and making sure that's lined up and ready to go. And, kind of, even touching more on what Joe is saying briefly about Shafio, like even bringing them, it's not even a matter of like, taking them and just revamping everything and changing everything. No, it's more like fine tuning and getting things where they need to be and where they should be, and kind of putting our touch on it, which is something that they were looking for, and trusting in what we do, day in and day out, and seeing how we operate, and seeing a lot, pulling back the curtain, seeing how we run day-to-day operations, and where and kind of giving them a not like a PowerPoint presentation, but kind of like a plan, like a layout of how we want to take the Sheffield collection to the next level and kind of bring it up as its own entity and continue. We didn't want to alienate Sheffield collection and change the branding or change the name or absorb it into the Cigar Clowns. We wanted to maintain because we think that it has that power to become its own powerful small mom and pop boutique thing that we can carry along with in our family and under our flag.
oh yes, I it. I think what you guys did with the Goldie Grace and that collaboration, I put it up there as probably one of my top three favorite
That's just fun.
collaborations within the industry
Oh,
I
because
man.
appreciate that.
what you
Thank
guys
you.
do with your palette and what Justin is able to do with blending in his palette. And of course, the Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Say No Evil series.
Speaking of,
Speak No Evil,
Mhm.
yes. bangers all on their own, standalone. The Freedom Fighter it just blows. It just kind of blows everything out of the water, on that. And I think it was one of those perfect matches because it matches up your palate and it matched up his blending, and it made almost the perfect cigar. Like
On the journey to find the perfect stick.
Even when people, I know, so sorry, Ish. even people who I talk to who say they're not, hey, they're just not a fan of your guy. Not that you make bad cigars, it's just they're just not a fan of your blends out there. Love the Goalie Grist. Like the only one I'll buy is the Goalie Grist. It's like my favorite cigar from the cons. I'm not a fan of a lot of the other stuff that they do, but I will buy that one. It is the perfect cigar out there.
And that started off as a Lancero project. That's because we all love Lanceros, and we know you love Lanceros.
You made me choke on this cigar. How dare you use that kind of vulgar language on my show?
Hey, I might have a clip of saying how much you love Lanceros.
Just the one.
We can leak that to TMZ. Don't fuck around.
And it'll get the same response that it gets with most other celebrity mumbo jumbo. No one will believe it.
So you're not wearing the I Love Lancero shirt around PCA?
No.
Oh man, I thought so. I shouldn't hire the drummer boy for behind you, saying the Lancero King is here.
No one would believe it. Somebody, I think people who know me would know. They'd go, "What bet did I lose?"
That's funny, man. That is funny.
I'm just so I'm enamored by both of these cigars. There are things that I love about both of them that just make them stand out to me. And then, as I start thinking I'm liking one a little bit better than the other, then the other one comes in with something that I really like. And I just go, well, now I'm back at a toss up on.
That's the problem, right? That's the problem we had.
That's what we saw in the voting too. The voting, it was neck and neck, man. It was neck and neck.
Yeah.
They were both very close in likability, which was a huge smile for us. Seeing you think maybe one trumps the other, maybe people kind of gravitate more towards one over the other, but nah, man, it was a dead heat back and forth, bro. It's crazy.
The aromatics on the Oscuro are way better than the aromatics on the San Andreas. So I'll put that out there. If you're an aromatic person, the aromatics on this one are phenomenal. But taste wise, they're just two totally different cigars that just kind of, I don't know.
I like it. I really appreciate what you're doing here and giving honest feedback and smoking both of them at the same time. It's not for the light of heart. I could just say not sure if I'm using the right words there, but the faint of heart or whatever. You gotta be a pro like yourself. Gotta be a pro.
I'm not a pro.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a pro.
You probably smoke more cigars than me. I smoke a lot of cigars. But
I mean, I don't get to, at this point now, most of what I smoke isn't for me. It's because of, obligations, with brands. And so very rarely do I just get to sit back and smoke something I want to smoke, where I'm like, man, I want to, I'm feeling this today. And I don't get to do that,
I understand that. Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I had time to go put in, my obligations, smokes, and then stuff for me to smoke. But I don't get that anymore. I have reached that level that I knew was going to come at some point. I just didn't know when.
Mhm.
So if
Well,
you
this
were
is
to,
what you strive for when you're successful, and where you're
that's
at
right.
now in your path is this is now it's this is the job. And you know what? Fuck that. It's great that you can't enjoy cigars as much as you used to because you're working in something that you've strived to the point to where you're at now. So you know what? That's where again you get your flowers.
So you know, and as we get into Saturday and Sunday this week at PCA and all the, that's just now it's just gonna put more on that plate for obligations there that
Oh, I
you have
can.
to get put out. So yeah, it you know it's a blessing and a curse.
We want to know, how are you going to reset your palate after PCA?
So I will have a couple weeks off from smoking. Now
I would.
everything that all the content that you'll see for a couple weeks, I have
Mhm.
already I've already done it. It's already done. It just automatic will just get posted. You know,
Okay.
so I won't, I won't be smoking other than for the Monday the Monday shows that I have
Mhm.
for the couple weeks after that I'll be smoking, but for the most part, I won't be smoking at all. It will just be a break.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need it. Your palate's going to need it after that.
Oh, Zach.
My man Zach. My
Oh,
man
Zach.
Zach.
You don't have to sweet talk me. You already got me.
Zach's our guy out in Houston. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Building the brand out in Houston for us. One
Yeah,
shop
he
at a
has
time.
joined the team officially.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. Zach will
Yeah,
do.
man.
Zach will do great. Good for you.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus his palate is phenomenal, and his expertise in spirits
Hmm.
just adds another layer for you guys out there to,
Oh, yeah.
especially like shops that want to do events and pairing events. He's like the perfect guy to have on board for that.
Yeah.
And he's just a
Him.
good dude all around, dude.
Yeah.
He's a class
Right.
act. He's always been a class act. And you know, he's
Yes, sir.
besides you, he's one of my favorite people that I've never had the pleasure of meeting in person yet.
Mm.
Yeah, Zach's a good dude.
We we also have a New Mexico rep, Jack,
Jack.
who's another unbelievable palate, and another, he's like a mixologist too, man. His pairings are nuts, just like Zach's. It's just
We got
it's just great. Yeah,
some good people on the team, man.
yeah,
That's
man,
for damn sure. We're
and it
blessed.
opens up our world, right? Because like when you get guys that are really big into spirits that can really pair cigars well, and they can tell you, hey, you drink this cognac with it, or you drink this bourbon with it, or you make this. I forgot something like the tobacco roll, or this type of drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
crazy, crazy.
That,
You know what we need
that
to do, Joe? Not to cut you off, Dan. You know what we need to do, Joe? We need to have Zach and Jack get on our HERF once a month on our Zoom and do a pairing night.
Would love to do that. Hopefully we
That's
get
what we
these.
need to do.
Hopefully Danny comes.
Yeah.
that's that's one reason why I have Brandy with me is her expertise and knowledge in spirits is is unmatched, and her ability to smoke a cigar and adapt her palate to di- changing up her drink choice. It just it adds for me, with the content, it just adds another layer out there for
Mhm.
for for doing that. To those Tuesday night shows. You know, she just she crushes it on that stuff. So, when I asked her if she wanted to come with me and be a part of the team, like officially, because I need the help out here. She was like yes. So
It's awesome.
it was for me. It was a no brainer. It's like, look, you know, I've kind of reached this point where I need help, and she's kind of an unofficial. She's been for like the last few years an unofficial team member, and I was like, nah, you're an official team member now.
That's the best, man. Like I had for the first time screwball peanut butter whiskey uh over what was it, last Wednesday or last Thursday.
Wednesday.
I
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I can drink that with every cigar and make the best pairing. But that's me. It's just like having a glass of peanut butter. It's just so great. It's
See,
Yeah, but
and
you
I'm
and I
not.
have both. We've both done like I've even done it when Zach was doing Bourbon Battalion, and they sent me pairings to do with one of our cigars. It's such a unique experience for somebody who's not well educated, semi-educated, or even like with you, Joe. Like we're not like masters of that way they are, and being able to kind of hear where they're at and giving you those it's the best way I could describe it is being a brand owner and being able to refine your palate and kind of discover things in your palate that you don't know. Like, from even it's opened up my world to food, to liquor, to wine, to all those, things that kind of open up, like, smoking a cigar. It being able to enjoy that experience and hearing it from you guys who are very adamant about it and have a vast world of knowledge in spirits, and being able to pair that with a cigar and be like, oh shit, now I know what you're saying. I know where you're coming from with this, or I don't really like this pairing with this particular liquor, but I like it with this one. It makes such great content. So for you to have somebody like that a part of your team, like we have it with ours, it's a blessing, really.
I
We have
think
two of
so,
them.
and I'm not really a big drinker. I couldn't tell you
Neither am
what
I.
is
Mhm.
good, what is good
Mhm.
spirits and what's not. If somebody handed me a drink, I'm like, okay, it's there.
Right.
But there's one thing. Anytime Brandy hands me a drink when her and I are together, I know that it's this is what I should be drinking at this
Right.
moment, because
Right.
she's got that down, and there's very few people out there that I know that okay, it's there. Like if I met Zach and he handed me a drink, I know okay, this is something that's top notch that
Right.
I need to pay attention to as I'm sipping on it. So
But we
there's
would
just a
say the
few
same
people.
thing. Yeah, we would say the same thing with Jack or Zach if they recommended something of ours, that they smoked with the pairing of something. Like, yo, you really need to go to the store and buy this and try this with the cigar. It's unbelievable. I'm not gonna say nah. Of course I'm gonna go and get what you recommend because you shit. You know what I mean? Like,
uh-oh. We have a relight. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I was puffing on the other one a bit too long and then talking, and so I'm not going to count that. I'm not going to count that against the cigar and the score.
Okay.
don't take it out
All
on the
right.
cigar.
I can't take it out on the cigar. I am smoking two of them, so it was bound to happen. I was trying to keep the timing equal on between the two, but you know.
Are you past the halfway point on both of them?
Yes, I am. I'm at the
Nice.
exact. Oh, here we go. I'm at
Yeah.
the exact same spot on both of them. So
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I am Johnny. Only by you. You're the only one who I allow to take advantage of me.
Hmm.
You're the only one. I won't let anybody else. I love Johnny.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, man. For a
Okay.
small brand like us, next year we are considering doing PCA. And for a small brand like us, $25,000-$30,000 trip is a lot. Yeah, we hopefully we make it back in sales. Sure, will the sales cover if you do 25,000 in sales? Doesn't cover your expenses, obviously, because it's not profit. But how do you feel about the smaller brands that are going, that are doing it, making the jump into the PCA world?
The fact that most of the first time brands that were there last year
Hmm.
are coming back again this year
Hmm.
says a lot. And a lot of the brands I talk to like they said, they made that big financial investment.
Yeah.
Now, they had no expectations of recouping any of that in sales there. But for them, it's about that exposure to really to shops nationwide. And the fact that knowing that there are boutique centric shops out there who are like, oh man, gotta have this. The amount for a lot of them, it was getting phone calls, you know, 3 months later because they finally got a chance to smoke the cigar 3 months later and going, yeah, man, I gotta bring you guys in,
Mhm.
So it's that after effect. And then, you know, for some brands that I've seen out there, they didn't make the sale on anything, but the cigar was memorable that the next year when those same shops came around, go, I remember your cigar and I loved it. I smoked it
Mhm.
and now I'm here now. I got to bring you in my shop.
Nice. Nice.
So it's there. It's one of those things that knowing that, yeah, we're making a big financial investment. We're gonna probably have to eat a lot of that, and we're okay with that because the exposure is probably gonna benefit us over the next calendar year. So that's how you got to look at it. If you look at it that, well, we got to make our money back off this trip, then it'll come across as being a disappointment on the trip. But
Mm.
knowing that that exposure is going to be huge, and if you have lounges in Vegas that sell your stuff, setting up a cut and light and doing a party, that's even better because now you're expanding that out, because for a lot it's going to be about it's going to be about the consumer, not about the retail shops. And that
Mhm.
that word of mouth will be bigger than what you could probably do on that, because of the amount of people who are coming in that aren't on the trade show floor but are there to go to the parties, that are there to to get all that information. That's even better because now they got stuff they can take back back home, and stuff that they can share, because hey, we had a party, and you know that. So if you have shops in Vegas that sell your stuff, work with them to set up a cut and light for next year would be awesome.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we're working on it, that's for sure. We're kind of doing conquering one shop at a time. We want to win over
Mm.
everybody in the shop
I
before we
appreciate that.
can, move
And I
on.
agree. I don't consider you guys. You're a boutique. You are a boutique brand, but you're not a small brand. You're in that gray area
Mhm.
between small and mid-size is where
Mhm.
you guys kind of sit. You're in that gray area. You're not a small brand, but you're not a medium-sized brand. You're on that outside of being considered a medium-sized brand out there
Yeah, we
because of your
definitely.
extensive portfolio, your availability at shops nationwide.
Mhm.
The last 2 years where you were down here, you're now here.
Thanks, Brad.
And
Thank
you
you,
guys
brother. I
have done a
appreciate that.
fantastic job, and your people out in the field across the country who are getting you into shops all over the place. You know, for me going out and I have Google notifications set, seeing new shops, getting new shops that pop up all the time on there. You know that okay, we sell them, and hey, we've now brought in cigar clowns in there. It it's a lot of notifications that have gone off over the last year.
Oh man, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. It's it's a
Yeah,
grind.
yes, you're a medium sized brand.
We're schmedium.
Mm-hmm. Schmedium. I'll take schmedium.
I think schmedium. It's
Schmedium.
we're schmedium fish in a very, very, very large
It's
ocean.
you got in the name, but you got Big Pete, Little Pete, and Schmedium Pete.
Yeah,
Schmedium bait.
yeah. You
Thank
guys,
you,
you
goody.
guys, you
Appreciate that,
guys
buddy.
have you've really hit that you've really hit that stride that You're not that brand. You're not now. You're no longer known as the brand that does the single drops that you have to get within the first hour that they're released. Otherwise, you won't get them. You're legit brand that has legit available uh, uh, portfolio of ready cigars that are phenomenal.
Yeah, man, and we try to hit all palettes too, with our portfolio, especially with the Sheffield collection that we took on. We really have a broad range of SKUs, right? I guess that's what you call it, SKUs now.
Yes.
We're calling them SKUs, man. We used to call them cigars, sticks. Now we
Yeah.
got SKUs. We got SKUs within SKUs. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You got
So
to skew if you're a skew.
That's
Mhm.
it.
yeah.
That's
So you guys are there, and I
Yeah.
think a big trade show like PCA is perfect for you guys. You guys have that ability now to reach a broader retail audience, just not in the United States, but also Canada, the Caribbean, because they're all going to be there.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then having that vast distribution network available through Ish. Now it's no worry on your part. Now, oh yeah, hey, we got shops in Aruba that are
Yeah.
carrying our product
Yeah.
out there.
Sure.
Oh yeah, hey Ray, you wanna go do a cut and light in Aruba?
Let's go. Let's go. That's my favorite place in the world right
That's Joe's
there.
second home. What are you talking about? Joe,
I love
I thought
Joe's
it
part
was
of Congress
I
in
thought it was
Aruba. What
Disney
are you
World.
talking about? What do
Disney.
you
I thought
If
mean?
Disney
Disney,
World
What
was
do
his
you mean?
second home.
It
that
is. It
is,
is. It is.
but
That's the third home.
my favorite place in the world is Aruba, man. There, you just slow down
That's
to
why. Why did I say
island
what I said?
time. Yeah, you just slow down to island
He's
time.
on the
That is
council for the government in Aruba, Joe. What are you talking about? He's a
You
delegate.
know,
What do you
you'll
mean?
you'll
He's an
know.
ambassador.
Yeah, and
Mm,
so you'll know. I think you guys know where you're at and where you stand, and that you're a hot brand that's popular, that's small, that a lot of people ask for, which is
mhm,
why you're getting brought into a lot of shops across the country. So going to PCA, a big financial investment,
mhm.
I think would be good for you, because I think if you made it, okay, we'll be in Vegas next March for PCA. Cool. I think you'll see what's out there and available. And I think after the show, you're going to go, okay, we need to be back next year for sure. We need to, because I think you'll see where that growth, over the next year. Let's just plan on it. We'll do it soft. Let's say in August make that decision whether we're going to come back next year, but I think we need to plan on it, because you'll see the amount of people you'll talk to, and that exposure that you will get out there from that big media. Not not like, you know, not kind of the smaller side of it, but like the legit media that's out there, that's worldwide. So that presence there will be awesome.
We were featured in the PCA magazine that
I
just passed,
I
which
I
is
did
unbelievable, man. That is, I tell
I
you,
did I did see
I
that.
can't wait. I can't wait to get a copy of it. I have somebody sending it
Mm.
to me. I'm
Yeah.
fucking stoked, man.
So
Gonna frame that bad boy.
yeah, you've really you guys have hit that stride, which is why I think, yeah, you know what, you know next year's probably a good one to go to, being in Vegas, because a lot more retail shops, as much over all the years that I have been, that they bitch and complain that Vegas in the summer. Okay, well now it's too early in the year in Vegas. Oh, now you're moving it. I don't want to go
Not for
to New
people on the East
Orleans.
Coast.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Tampa. On that, the retail shops that aren't going to Vegas or aren't going to New Orleans will be in Vegas next year, because as much as they bitch and complain about it, that's where they want to be.
Yep.
But
That's
New
the
Orleans
truth.
itself is a complete vibe. So don't get me wrong on that. I mean,
It's
you
New
know,
Great
Orleans,
time.
baby.
yeah,
It's New Orleans.
it's awesome. And
Hmm.
I think that I think it'd be good. And like I said, if you're going to pull the trigger on that, I think you should. And I think that you need to really get with your Vegas shops and figure out doing a cut and light, you know, and if you really, if you're going to do some on top of what on top of your regular portfolio that you have out there to sell on that, you know, because it's your first show and something, and it would be a hot sick, having a PCA exclusive cigar
We
that
could.
that
We.
is on that you can only that can only be ordered at the show by those retail shops. So
I
now
like
that's
that.
an added incentive that,
Hmm.
hey, you can make it available later on down the year. Hey, this is our PCA exclusive, but by becoming a Cigar Clowns retail shop, here we have this is our official PCA cigar. You get it before any of the other retail shops that don't buy from us here at the show will get.
Hmm. I like that. I love that. What's up?
What's up, Michelle? My work wife. So yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to this one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I like the going back and forth.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
damn.
let this one. I let this one go out too.
I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
talking too much.
Ah,
I'm over here feeding you guys ideas.
for anybody watching, that is a user error. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I am just kidding.
I got to take a couple points off on
Hmm.
no. Yeah. All right. Back to the Oscuro.
Back to Oscar.
That now there's coming into that final third there with the San Andreas, the flavor profiling really changed and really got good. So this Oscuro has got to step its game up.
The final third is the best third of a cigar.
Yes, it is. So I have
Hmm.
high expectations.
Let's go.
But I think it'd be good.
Good.
I
Goody.
think PCA would be good for you guys. I really do. I think
Yeah. We.
you guys have cigars that are definitely marketable out there. It's a hot
Mhm.
brand. Your exposure has grown big and big, and I think there's probably a lot of retail shops that, because you don't have sales reps out there and they don't want to reach out personally to you guys, they would they would sign up immediately.
Yeah. And you bring up a good point, man, because for us, it's about servicing the shop, right? Our retail partners. Because just to sell cigars to a shop and then have them sit there, we want to be in the shop. We want to have our reps in there,
Yeah.
you know, uh, talking with the people, smoking cigars with the people, getting to learn the real vibe of the shop, man. Because that's kind of where we want to be at. We want to be
Yeah.
part of it. So it's and that's the thing, right? We're growing our family with our reps, and and that's going good right now. Some didn't work out, but they still did a great job, and it's
It,
just
it cigars is a different animal out there. And for some people they have that personality, but it's about knowing that every shop is different, where that this is a mom and pop shop. They're willing to bring in something and try something. This shop hardly brings in anything that's not big brand or legacy brand. This
Mhm.
knowing that this shop, it's just a hobby. The owner doesn't really care. This is just a
Oh yeah.
hobby for him to smoke cigars. Knowing how these shops operate is the keys to the success of being able to. You can still find spot, but knowing that this shop doesn't bring in a lot of smaller brands, knowing this is a shop I'm going to have to spend a lot of time in. I'm going to have to work the humidor. I'm going to have
Yes.
to try and work. I'm going to have to work events and get cigars in the hands personally of people, knowing
Correct.
that, you know, and that's why a lot of the, you see a lot of the sales personalities for other brands are always moving from brand to brand to brand to brand, because they always get that better offer, but they know how to move product. They know how to get cigars in the hands of people, and those types of salespeople they're special.
Yep.
You,
It's true.
knowing that we brought this guy on, but we probably only have him for a year because he's going
Hmm.
to go someplace else after a year.
Yep. It's true. It's true. I see Rob wants to go to Vegas with the poker rooms.
Uh,
No
Of
problem,
course.
Rob. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
He's
So,
good. We just have to get him Cigar Clown's glasses. So when he's playing poker, he can have the Cigar Clown's logo.
there you
Looking
go.
at it. Like who was the guy in the World Series of Poker that time? He had the lizard glasses.
No idea. Never watched it.
No, I never watched it. Money was it
Mm-mm.
Chris Moneymaker? Or the guy a year after him? I don't remember.
Rob
Somebody
probably
knows.
knows.
Rob probably knows. Might have been the year after.
exactly good smokes out there. It's not that, but for a lot of these shops, that pay to play with the big brands is huge for them,
It is. Mm-hmm.
and telling these shops, and one of the big things that, and I've talked to a lot of shops, is you don't need to give these big brands the prime real estate. They sell themselves. You could put them on the floor and people will find them and buy them. But
Yeah.
getting those exposure to a lot of brands, especially brands that are up and coming, hot brands out there, them having that exposure in those prime locations will do far more for your brand than anything else. For sure.
Yeah. But
You will sell more of those cigars because the people are going to come in and see Cigar Clowns in a prime location. They're more likely to try that cigar than not. But they'll still go down and grab their Perdomo or their Fuente or their Padron. They'll still go and they sell themselves. You don't need that prime spot. But for them, that pay to play is huge for them. So they're willing to bring on everything that Perdomo makes, everything Fuente makes, and take up 80% of their humidor with stuff that doesn't move. Because
yeah,
people are only looking to buy specifics of Perdomo, specifics
I,
of Fuente, those
I see
big
both
brands.
sides. I see both sides of the arguments, right? Like, the big boys, yeah, they're putting out the deals, they're buying that prime shelf space, they're selling a lot of cigars. And listen, they work very hard at it to
Mhm.
do it. You know what I mean? They're big for a reason,
Yeah.
like you know, eh, so we will get there one day, and we're fighting. We're fighting for
Mhm.
our shelf space. We're fighting to get our name out there. Little things like, we have to be there, and we have to shake some hands, kiss some babies, and our reps have to do the
Mhm.
same things. Um, would I love my cigars in the center shelf? Yes, I would.
Sure.
But like, and that's where it comes to packaging and getting brand recognition, right? Everything we do is like, how at the end of the day our goal is to be, a nationally recognized brand, right? When it's like, oh, look, it's Pagliacci, Cigar Clowns, Sheffield, I'm gonna go grab one of those. So yeah, we have, it's a fight, it's a grind, it's a grind.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but I understand shops, in January when the big boys come around, they say, hey, if you place an order for 10 grand, we're gonna give you 15% off your the rest of your year's invoices. How can they see,
Right.
and they sell, these are brands that sell,
Yeah.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You love to. Yeah.
Mhm,
They'll
mhm.
find it. If I owned a
Yeah,
shop, I can tell you now, if there would be very few of the big boy brands in that shop. But those big boy brands would be not in prime real estate. A lot of them would be on the floor because they're going to
Right.
sell regardless of where I put them in that humidor. People want
yep,
that, they'll go and get it, you know.
you're right,
So
you're right.
I want to showcase and feature the brands that I feel are deserving, and in all honesty, are 10 times better than what those big guys put out. So, you know,
And Dan, we see it in shops across the country that they are more boutique friendly now
mhm.
because they can't compete with the big boys.
Right.
They're not getting the same deals as the other shops.
They're
They have to go
not,
through
and
this.
and the consumer base is demanding it. They're
That's
demanding, hey, do you sell? Why don't you have the cigar clowns in here?
Mhm.
Oh, dude, well, you're missing out, man. I'd shop at
Mm.
the. I'd come over here more if you had the clowns in your humidor. And that now they're the consumers are driving a lot of that buying of the smaller brands because they're like, oh, it's what I want. I
Right.
guess I'll just go buy it online. So
Yep.
because they got what I want. Oh, okay. Well, let me bring it. Okay, well, let me think about this.
I,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many shops we got into because of our fans would bring it to the shop owner or the tobacconist, be like, "Hey, you guys got to have this here. This is a great cigar. These are great cigars." And we
And
get
they
a call.
sell. And they
Yep.
sell.
Yeah,
And I
correct,
know your stuff sells.
correct. We don't want
I
something
know
sitting
it
on the
sells.
shelves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
don't
don't.
sit. Yeah, of course they
Hmm.
don't. I
Hmm.
I I I would highly doubt you have shot. The only way that
Mm.
those things are sitting on the shelf is because the owner doesn't care and he just lets it sit. That's the only way I could see that. He has your stuff just shoved off into a corner somewhere that you can't see it. It's the only
Oh,
way I
and
see your stuff not moving.
I have walked into shops and I found old runs, man. Ray will tell you. And I walked
Yep.
in there. I love to turn a humidor upside down, man. That is
Yeah.
my favorite thing to do is walk into a humidor in an established place, you know, and just start looking what's going on. And you find some gems in places that
I
nobody,
do.
yeah, nobody,
True.
just people passing it because it's buried under six
Mm-hmm.
boxes or behind
Mm-hmm.
something or on
Mm-hmm.
the floor or on a
Mm-hmm.
shelf behind something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, give me the
Mm-hmm.
ladder. I'm
I
going up.
yeah,
Yeah,
I found
you know.
I found at one of the shops I go to in Colorado was two bundles of the not Rons
They
still packaged up, and I asked him, I go, how much for a bundle? And
What's
he just kind of was like, and he just looked at it, he goes, I didn't know I had these in here. He goes, I don't know, they're normally $18 a piece. He goes, I don't know, I'll sell them to you for $6 just to get them out. And I'm like, I'll buy both.
let's
Yeah, six
let's
dollars a cigar
go.
for $6 a cigar. Okay, well, I'll buy
Yep.
both bundles then.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's a score. That's cheaper than what
That's a
he bought it
steal.
for. What's
Yeah, no
up,
yeah.
shit.
brother?
He
Like he's
didn't even
great.
know they were in there. They were just sitting in the back. Yeah, he had them sitting stacked up in the back behind, behind the 60 $70 cigars.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I was
That's
just
that's
looking. I go because I saw the logo and I go, is that a clown back there?
Oh, what's is that a
And
clown in the
I
wild
started
right
moving.
there?
Yeah, I'm
What's
like,
this hiding in the corner?
yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what's this? There's two bundles back here. Oh, let me see if I can work a deal on this. Yeah, they're
That's
normally
great.
$18, but I'll sell them to you at $6 a cigar just
That's
to get them out.
great. That's
Sold.
great.
Okay.
I'll buy both
And
bundles
and
from you, man.
And, like that has happened in our Discord page. Where somebody's like, "Hey, man, I just walked into a random shop and they have whatever roadies. They have like 6 5 packs. Does anybody want one? And it's like, boom, everybody's like, yes, I'll Venmo you the money. Send them to me. And it's just like that's the best thing
Of
when
course.
somebody in the community finds something and shares it. You know,
Yep.
Of course, and you know, I wish your stuff was readily available for me
me
around
too.
here, but it's
Me
not,
too.
so but I know where to get them from. I
Mm-hmm.
know
Hmm.
which retail shops I can buy online to get your stuff, and I'll go there. But I'd love to, and one day, hey man, one day I'd love to walk into one of the local shops here in town or one of the Colorado shops that I go to and see your stuff in there. I'd love to,
Let's go.
and it's great. I know you would fit. I know your stuff would sell in those shops. I know they would.
We'll get that, man. We will.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's the goal.
That's it. How's the final third on that one now?
It's good. It's good. I'm going back now to the San Andreas.
Let's go. The Claro. I told you that's my favorite.
It's good.
Mhm.
The as the flavor profile was just starting to get really so I'm actually excited for this how this Claro is going to end.
I nubbed it. I don't know if you saw I was burning my fingers.
Yeah, mine's done.
Still dragging out, but
What I can say, the first 2/3 on the Oscuro, phenomenal, and it definitely my favorite. The final third of how the San Andreas is going, I definitely like better than the final third on the Oscuro.
okay. It's fair. That's fair.
I like retro on the Oscuro far better.
Mm.
The aromatics are far better. However, though, in this final third, the aromatics on the San Andreas, divine.
Pick up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nerve wracking to watch somebody smoke both your cigars. You know, somebody with a refined palate. You know, it's very nerve wracking.
Mm.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know,
I know, brother. You're a brother. That's what it is. You're a brother.
Mm.
You're there
I'm
with
a
us
fan.
from the beginning. You're there with us from the beginning. Taste Test Tuesdays. We go way back.
Mm. Yeah.
Way back.
I looked back at all my ratings on everything you guys have made, and the lowest rating you guys ever got from me was an 87.
What the? No, I'm just kidding.
Everything else was 90 plus.
Nice.
So that's it. You had one cigar that is a good cigar, but it just for me just didn't hit the palate the way
I get
that
it.
and
That's what
hey,
reviews are about.
not everything, not every you
Correct.
can't like everything you smoke.
That's
Mhm.
correct. That's correct. Not
That's
every
why I've
cigar is for
changed
every
up.
smoker.
It's
Yeah.
why I've changed up the rating system, because more and more people were asking, okay, you're only posting cigars that you like. No, I'm not actually. I'm posting a lot of it is what's being sent to me from manufacturers. And so, but I'll post my rating on what I rated all the cigars so you can see. And there's been a couple cigars I've posted that rated in the high 70s and low 80s.
Right.
So, you wanted to see how I rate it. I'm here. I'm giving everybody, transparency and into the rating on on everything now. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more open about that, because again, the viewers have asked for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm loving this final third in the San Andreas. I'm loving it.
The Viola, baby. I'm telling you, royalty. That cigar's royalty right there. To me, it
The
is.
whole
To me, it
cigar
is.
is fantastic, but this final third is just.
Mhm. Ray, how's that cigar with a cup of coffee?
Mm. That's what I'll go to.
That's a go-to. Cup of
That's a
coffee in the
go-to.
morning. Let's go.
Bodega coffee.
Hey, ratings might be coming out soon, Rob. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's all good. It's all good.
I love the Taste Test Tuesdays. Those were fun.
A lot of fun. Humble
just that
beginnings.
just
Mm.
just the fact that it's like we all seem to be in agreement on a lot of the stuff that we're all putting out there, and it wasn't like it was planned that way. It was just the people who were part of that, kind of knew what you guys look for in a cigar. And as us being fans, we have a certain expectation of what of what a cigar clown cigar should be. So getting something that wasn't to that standard of what you guys put out and to a standard of what we expect from you, it kind of we all kind of just sat harmoniously in that. But the best ones were the ones that were split, where it's like you had people are like, nah, this is a good cigar. And those are like, nah, I didn't like it. Those were the best ones, having those discussions about why and what. And I like this, but I didn't like those were my favorite ones.
That floral cigar. I love that floral cigar.
And
They said,
we hated it. But
you guys all hated that. Oh, I love that cigar.
But you ended up being right on that one. It just needed to sit.
Yes. What's up, Gabe? How's it going, brother?
The TK421, it was legendary.
That was a great stick with good friends, and it was a great project, man. That was a great project.
My 2024 cigar of the year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun, man.
I still have a couple of those left.
Do you? Wow.
I have one.
I think I have one in my long-term storage in Florida. See, I keep the one of every stick in Florida, so I can't smoke it. And when I go down there, I change the Bovida. I look at them, I take them out, line them up. But if I had them here, they'd be gone. They'd be gone.
Yeah, I have one in the collection piece, and then I think I got two left.
Ooh.
That I've got. It's good.
See, when you can relax and smoke a cigar, is that one of the ones you got to go to?
It's one of those I should, but then on the other hand, I have on it. I'm like, because like he said, it was a legendary smoke. It's one of those I kind of want to reserve for, a special occasion that I know to be smoked. This deserves that, because it's just what you guys did with Saran and Sev on that cigar. That's what made it legendary, was the fact that those guys have such amazing palettes mixed with your guys' trust our palette, and it just put out, it was just phenomenal.
I remember getting the list of the blends they wanted to try, and I was like, "Ooh, let's go! We can have some fun with this. Let's go."
It is, and I still have some their Mad Claws. I still have a few of the Mad Claws in the. I even have some of the tester Mad Claws that they sent me. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so I still have. Yeah, I've still got quite a few. I've got stuff. I got stuff that's just so good that. Yeah, I should smoke it, but then it's like I really want to wait for a real good occasion to fire these up, because once they're gone, they're gone. You're just never going to get them again.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It was fun doing the bands too on that project.
Oh, it was great. I love the TK421 band. That's legendary.
Yeah, buddy.
The band, the smoke itself. It's just, it's so good.
That's fucking great. You're making me smile, because like that was like a humble beginnings, hanging out with friends. Like, you know what I mean? That was just, that was so much fun. Like, that's the way we like to do things. Like, and that was we're evolving. We're still getting back to, like, if it's not fun, we don't want to do it. And the Pagliacci, it's a passion play, right? Because we want our cigars in a lot of people's hands, and it's like, how can we go back to our blue collar? We used to sling sticks out of the back of our trucks.
Yeah,
that's it, man. COVID.
That's right.
We're all working.
But Jonathan Drew did the same thing too.
He did. Look at him, man. I mean, shit.
He's slinging his sticks out of the back of his truck at the World Trade Center.
Yeah, man.
Slept on Don Kiki's floor, in Nicaragua to learn the craft and learn the business. And he's extremely successful.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then made a lot of money when he sold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you think about it, that was just a blip of life.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't even that long ago when he
It
Mhm.
wasn't.
started to when he, to where the brand is now. It's not, what was
Yeah.
that, 30 years maybe? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And the way that brand just, where it went from there in the late 90s, early 2000s to the end of the early aughts, to where all
Yeah.
of a sudden now how he expanded out, okay, to the infused stuff towards the end of the aughts, to
Mhm.
doing to moving into the hybrids in those early early teens, to
Yeah.
then selling to Swisher.
Yeah.
You know, in reality, the brand itself was his baby, and how he built it probably for about 20 years. And
Mhm.
then, to where now, I think, that shows out there, infancy. And for you guys, really 6 years, that's, I kind of see the same path and trajectory.
Mm.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man.
You just need to be out there like him, dressed like LL Cool J from 1985.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm.
That's it. That is great.
We're going to talk about it this weekend. What are we going to talk about? A couple. Uh, those are not for sale or trade.
Oh,
Mm.
that's a
There
personal
there are
stash.
yeah,
Personal.
those are personal. Those are, you know those when they're gone, man, and I'm never gonna be able to get them again.
What happens if
Facts.
he comes up with they come up with the greenies?
Mm.
I only have the one greenie left, which is in the collection piece.
That was my favorite
Oh,
of all the
I
releases.
fucking love the greenie, man.
Me too, man.
Oh, I love the greenie.
I
Drill
know.
bucket worthy.
I think that cigar was like what, $6 or $7, and people are like, oh my god, it's so much
Mm.
money for that little cigar. I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
it's a whole cigar experience.
It's a
Mhm.
banger, and it's Ray's
Yeah.
favorite video I ever did.
Facts. Facts.
Was that the introduction to the Drool bucket?
So that was the second cigar that was the on the that made the droll bucket on
Nice.
there. But it's what led to me actually creating the physical drool bucket
Mhm.
on that. All right.
This is true.
So the Oscuro, I'm burning my fingers on that
Mhm.
one. Phenomenal cigar. So now let's finish off here with the San Andreas. Yeah, so the Black Moses Maduro from Howard G is what started the drool bucket, because that one was me physically drooling on camera and going, "Oh man, I need a bucket for this," and then me saying, "I need a drool bucket" with the greenie after the first puff
Mhm.
on that one, and then and then I said, "You know what? I need to create the drool
Love,
bucket."
love it. Have you
And
started selling them yet?
no, so a lot of that stuff's coming. And
All
now, if
right.
you look at my posts, there's a fan made me a physical drool bucket sticker that I put on my photos with the ratings.
That's the
Mm.
best. That's the
Yes.
best.
So now I use that. Yeah. So I had something in the works, and then somebody's legal department contacted me telling me I can't use my drill bucket design because it's too similar to something they have
Ah,
there. And
uh,
though there was close,
Womp
there was no
womp.
way you would think nobody would think it's their stuff. You know.
I
So
understand.
I had to scrap what I had planned. But what I have planned for next year is going to incorporate the new logo that was created for me by a fan. And I'm going to
Nice.
have plaques for my top. I'm going to put out plaques that I'm going to give to my top 10, the top 10 brands out there
That's
on it.
great.
So you are going to get a Drooly Award.
That's awesome. That
Love
is
that.
great. That
That's
is
great.
great. I want a drooly, bro. Let's go. We gotta up our game. We gotta make sure we get a drooly. That's it. Oh, the aftermath, old school. Let's go. That's yeah, man. The
Yeah,
aftermath was a great cigar. Great cigar.
so good. The AVB. That will always be my favorite cigar con cigar.
Oh man.
It will
Oh,
always
man.
be my favorite. And I just I
That's
would
it. Like
love to
that
have
cigar's
like
like
a special, a limited edition re-release of that just once.
we could do that. We can definitely do that. And the AVB was such an underrated cigar when it came out, and then it had this cult following afterwards. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it took like that. We dropped that cigar. It did not sell well. It did sell eventually, but it took a while for it to like people start talking about it. But
Yeah,
that's
that's always been my favorite. And I said this when Stefania kind of brought me on when you were on last week with her. I think that the most underrated cigar you guys made was the Jack in the Box. To me, that is the most underrated cigar. Like that, it's so
Mhm.
good. And yet so many people were like fence sitters on that one. I'm like, I don't know why. It was
Mhm.
so good, you know.
That
But
was a
that
great.
AVB is just a different animal. It's just, yeah, that would be one
Well, my favorite.
like a limited edition on that one. Like we were talking about earlier, the PCA exclusive, the
We can do that.
re-release of the Jack in the Box for those that purchase at the show. You get it
We
before
can.
anybody else does, so you probably got a 6-month head start on everybody else on getting the re-release of one of the most popular cigars, the cult following cigar that everybody, you know, just saying.
I
Mm.
I remember with the AVB, we did a few closed foot, and
Mm-hmm.
as
Trick or
like
treat.
as like trick or treats, man, and that was like the best. When somebody's like, "Oh, I got a closed foot," because they would put randomly into the 5 packs.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, they
yeah,
were. Oh man, yeah, I loved it. I love the AVB. That's my favorite cigar you guys made, and
oh, man.
Agreed.
nothing else you guys have made has topped that cigar for me. And you make a lot of great stuff that I love, but that
Thank you, brother.
cigar, different animal. It was just so. It was just. It was so good.
San
I'm
Andreas.
like, that's why I didn't know why people didn't were so late to the game on that one, knowing what you guys put out, because I was able to continuously rebuy that one for a little bit.
Yeah, for a while,
Yeah, and I'm just
That,
like, well, if nobody else is going to buy them, I'll buy them.
yeah,
Right.
it had like a became like a cult following that cigar. The people who
Mm-hmm.
knew. You know,
Yeah. True.
But yeah, and to think what we that relationship we've built all started on me trying the Ron,
yeah,
because
man.
somebody told me it was a terrible cigar and
Really?
they would never smoke it again. It was it was just it was just a copy paste AJ cigar. It was nothing
Huh?
special about it. And
Huh?
I said, I gotta buy this and try it out. And I did it. I said, I don't know what he's talking about.
Haters gonna hate.
I can definitely tell it's an AJ cigar,
Hmm.
but there's just something about this does it different.
Yeah.
And I'm
Ray,
like,
what do you got going on over there?
Somebody with a Hellcat.
Oh, it was a Hellcat.
Can you tell?
Brooklyn, baby, Brooklyn, racing to the next stop sign.
yeah. So that's why
Well,
I'm
the
just
cool part about it, not to cut you off there, but the cool part about it is we have the hazards on. Right, the light's about to turn green, so let's see. We're gonna peel out. Close there.
They stall out.
I don't know what's doesn't matter. Anyway,
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. The only thing I could say was it's not a cut and paste of anything AJ makes, but it's definitely an AJ cigar.
Oh yeah.
But
but I know.
but it has your flair that now that I've because I've smoked everything you guys have made since that point.
Mhm.
It had your flair on it. With
Appreciate
it
that.
had the AJ touch with your flair.
Yeah, man. And he gave us some real special reserve tobacco for that cigar.
Mm.
That was a real
Mm.
special project. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's why, so thank you to that guy who told me it was trash. It made me
Yeah,
and made me go out and buy it because I have no regrets. I'm like, nah, this cigar is so good. It's
I
so good.
I still on my timeline. I still have the pictures of AJ in the shop holding the cigars. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's the fucking the goat. The
Yeah.
goat.
Is there
Uh,
any other blenders you guys would like to work with?
yeah, man. I say it all the time. Steve Saka, hit me up. Hit me up,
Mm.
guy. He answered. He used to answer me back on Facebook. No more. But it's okay. I'd still love you, Steve. Still love you. Love to work with.
My favorite Sokka story was at TPE when some guy sat down at his table with an attitude and
Mm.
asked, "Why should I have your cigars in my shop?" And Steve told him, look, I'm a small brand, and I do all the blending myself, and I try to come up with different and unique flavor profiles out there, and I like to incorporate a lot of different stuff that makes what I do different on that. Well, that's not good enough. Well, then I guess we're not for you. So if you excuse me, I need to go take a piss because talking to a dick has made my dick leak.
That is fucking great. That is
Ah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love that because that I heard dick come out of his mouth, but I didn't know what the whole thing was about going on about it. I
Mm.
was just, I was just kind of off to the side. So,
Mhm.
Mm.
but then somebody repeated what he said, and I was like, "Oh man, that is classic Sokka."
That is
That
fucking
that
great.
goes with Matt Booth changing out all the urinal cakes with his face on it,
That's funny.
and then Booth's if you wanted a sample, you had to get it from the sample glory hole. And so you had to go, and of course, I wasn't going to do what everybody else did.
Mhm.
I said, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go with the old fashioned reverse to get my.
Mm. There you go. A little reach around.
Well,
That's right.
reach around.
That's right. We're going to go with the
There you go.
reverse. Yeah,
All right.
good old fashioned. It's underrated.
That's
Listen,
great.
that works.
Yeah. That's hysterical.
Oh, speak of the devil himself.
What's up, Ish?
What's up, Ish?
How's it going, brother?
All right. So, as I finished out these cigars, my take,
Mhm.
they are both amazing cigars. Both two completely different cigars out there. The first 2/3 of the Oscuro I loved. The final third was great, but the final third of the San Andreas I loved. The retros are fantastic on both of the cigars. If you like uh, sweet and spicy, then the San Andreas is definitely the retro for you. If you like salty and spicy, then the Oscuro is for you. I enjoyed both of them a lot. The aromatics on the Oscuro are fantastic throughout. The aromatics in the final third of the San Andreas are divine.
Hmm.
I like both cigars. There's not one clear winner out of this.
I'm saying.
They're both fantastic cigars. No matter which one you pick, I think there will be something in the flavor profiling that you will like out of both of them. The San Andreas is definitely very creamy, and that creaminess lingers through the entire smoke. And that creaminess, if you've ever had fresh hand churned butter, will give you that essence, that feel to it. The Oscuro is a drier smoke, and it remains a drier smoke throughout, but it creates a lot of mouth moisture because of the flavors that you will pick up in it. Two completely different cigars, that with the only difference being the wrapper. So
Crazy.
there is no clear winner in it. They're both equal. They both sit on equal parallels.
Oh man,
It's a good problem to have.
now
is
you
a
know
good
why our
problem.
dilemma. That was our dilemma,
Well,
right?
so after PCA here, I will sit down individually with each one, and I will break the cigar down individually. So there will probably be a clear cut winner, but if I come back, but if the scoring comes back the same on them, then you definitely have a good problem to have.
I'll take it.
And how was it when you're puffing on both of them at the same time? Like that's got to be the clip.
Very good. I actually there was a lot going on, and I had to clear out the palate because too much. It was too much going on the palate.
A
Too
lot.
much. But it what didn't taste bad. It's just too much for my mouth to sort out on the flavors.
Yeah, we couldn't see it too. There was so much smoke.
Yeah. Yes, you cannot go wrong grabbing either of the Pagliaccis. You
Beautiful.
can't go wrong. And of course, $8 a cigar. That's
Can't
right.
go wrong.
A
That's right.
fiver for $40. You can't.
$39.99.
That's right.
Can't go wrong. Can't go
And,
wrong.
and 3 easy payments, and they can be yours.
Easy payments.
But yes, you can't go
I'm
wrong.
fucking running with that, bro. That's great.
That's it.
I gotta make a post like that tomorrow, and I'm tagging Danny when I make a post tomorrow.
And I'm assuming your normal retail shops that sell clowns have these, or they should be coming in.
They'll be coming in the first week of May. Right now, there's only one shop to get them at. Can we throw it out there?
Yes,
Dan?
go on ahead.
Yeah. You can get them right now at smokin.com or at his locations across Florida. It's we're having an exclusive release with him right now, and if you want, you can buy the pre-release. If you want to buy the pre-release, you can buy that at OGT right now. You can actually win a hat too. He has some Cigar Clown Army hats, some old school hats.
Old school. I saw the old school camo hats, and I'm like,
yeah.
I know. Out there.
So,
listen, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna put Eric on blast. Eric is a hoarder. Eric holds on to things. I'm gonna say. So never doubt that he has something special in his repertoire. Doesn't matter what brand it is. It's the truth.
Yes,
that he packed it up and took it from California to North Carolina should tell you all you need to know.
That's right.
That. All right, so there you go. So first week of May, so you can go to Smoke Inn now if you want to buy them now at Smoke Inn. Or you can get the pre-release and get entered to win one of the Cigar Clown Army hats from OGT. Other than that, your normal Cigar Clown retail shops should start getting them coming in that first week of May. So there you go, everybody.
Yeah, if you have a good relationship with the shop owner, you might be able to get them early because they're shipping already to stores. So, I'm not saying that, but
you got a guy.
If you got a guy,
if you got a guy, they fell off a truck.
They might have.
They fell off a truck, and they just happened to have them. So yes, that's excellent. And if any of y'all are going to be out in PCA this weekend, I will be coming in Thursday night. So hit me up. It'll be me and Brandy. We will be roaming New Orleans together. So, come say hi.
Have a great time. Have a great show, man. I can't wait to see all the interviews you do. And God bless your palate.
Well,
That's
Feel
it.
free to wear your Cigar Clowns hoodie as you walk through PCA, like always. I mean, don't
Why,
hesitate.
it's too hot down there for that.
No,
Oh yeah, it's
all right.
hot. It's hot.
So last year when I left, it was snowing in Denver. So I was in my normal hoodie and cargo shorts to go.
Mm.
The moment I stepped off the plane, I go, all right, man, I gotta put a shirt on. I can't. I was soaked.
I can
I was
imagine.
soaked. I'm like, I can't. No, this ain't gonna fly down here on that. So no hoodies will be making their way to New Orleans.
Fair enough.
But
Rob
next
will
year
be
with
there.
PCA being in Vegas in the beginning of March over there will be hoodie weather. So
Yep.
and we
Won't be
will
any pool
all
parties. Won't be any
we
pool
will
No.
parties.
we will all enjoy the 60-degree Vegas days, and then we
There you
will
go.
all get blown away with 80-mile-an-hour winds in the evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if you want to connect with the Cigar Clowns and everything, down in the description, I've got links to both these gentlemen, plus all the Cigar Clown social media pages out there, so you guys can follow and connect. And anything you guys want to promote before we close out the show that you already haven't?
No, man, just check out Chatfield Collection, check out the Cigar Clowns, hit us up. That's it. Hit us up, man. Come smoke with us in one of our herfs. We're still doing that on our Discord page. Come on down.
Come
Excellent.
on down.
That's it.
Excellent. No show next week because I will be flying back from New Orleans. So you'll have to wait 2 weeks before you see this beautiful face again.
You can watch this one on repeat.
You can watch this one on repeat. That's right.
That's
Yeah, you can't go wrong on that one. Watching on repeat. And the next show will be Monday, the 27th of April. On there, Hyman Lanziga from Grouchy Monkey Cigars will be my guest. That guy, there's a brand that's blowing up right there. There's a brand that's blowing up. Man, I was kind of sad I couldn't get him on sooner. He got caught up in the I'm booked out until August, but I have a spot I can probably fit you in. I feel bad I couldn't get to him sooner, but you know what?
Awesome.
That's a brand blowing up, guys. So if you guys are really into boutique, you probably want to watch that show. All right, that's it for today, guys. I thank you all for hanging out and watching. I'll see some of you in New Orleans. Otherwise, I will see y'all in 2 weeks. So take care. Be safe out there. Don't do anything we wouldn't do because we're sweet and innocent boys. And I will catch you all later.